Yeah. All right, here we go for another exciting day on the pine body. I guess it's going to be like part 9 or something like that. It's hard to believe I've gotten this far into it now. And what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put a tummy cut in this thing for a couple reasons. My belly's gotten kind of big over the years. Never thought I'd get a belly on me, but anyway, we're gonna see if we can't carve in some kind of a belly cut here. What I'll do is try to follow that line, this line here, somewhat. What we'll do is we'll make adjustments as we go here. What I'm going to do is use that angle sander that I have, grinder, whatever you want to call it these days. My last video, I had a lot of problems getting it to export out of iTunes. And one thing I've learned about video making, you're pretty much on your own because there's a lot of people out there trying to help you figure out the problem, but the problem is a lot of them are bogus and they're just making videos to be making videos, I think. So what I learned is on iTunes you have to turn on iTunes and then go up to the iTunes icon, click on that, and it opens up this window. And I can't remember what it's called in there at the moment, but it's pretty much like a cache, where when you're exporting your videos, it puts everything in a temporary file, and the temporary file gets full, and that was the problem. As soon as I deleted all them temporary files, then it exported. But it took me hours and hours and hours to figure it out because, like I said, I kept going on YouTube to find help, and there's no help. I got it. Thank you. But anyway, that's how I fixed mine. And a lot of them were saying, oh, you gotta delete your soundtracks and stuff like that. You know, the ones you turn down. I'm talking to some of you out there that make videos and stuff. If you use iTunes, you run into that problem. That's probably what it's going to be. And so be aware of that and clean out that file. So anyway, here we go. I'm going to use this angle grinder. Is that on there? Yep. I'm going to use this angle grinder and grind that off of there. Now there's several ways you can do this. You can use one of these. You can file it off with a file, which I can do that with a rasp. I've done those, many of them with a rasp. And you can do it that way. You can take it to the bandsaw and pre-cut it. Whatever you want to do. And but that's how I'm going to start right now. And I'm going to put a mask on because this dust is going to go flying everywhere. And hopefully it doesn't steam up my glasses too bad. All right, here we go. There we have it. One tummy cut. What I'll do now is I'll take my sanding sponge here wrapped with sandpaper, and we're going to carve that round over into that. Is it in there?
Okay.
We're going to sand that round over back in, and that should be it. As you can see on the sides here, is that on there? See how it thinned it down up in here? So that should give me just enough cut for my gut. Hey, that's a song.
Well, put it on your gut.
Cut for my gut.
There you go. That works.
Oh gosh.
Want your chair to sit on?
Huh?
You want your chair?
No, I'm fine. So what we do is just start sanding that to get that contour of that round over back in it. And why I like using sanding sponges is because it bends with your body there. And it's a lot better than using your fingers. So as you sand, you can see it start to curve. What I like about pine is it sands really nice. It doesn't take very long to work with pine. Some of your hardwoods like maple and stuff, this would take a while to do because of the woods being so much harder. While I'm doing this, would you go in the house and see if you find that bottle of hardener? What I want to do is use this Minwax hardener, wood hardener, on this guitar body, mainly because I put that spalted poplar on the top, and it needs to be treated. So I might as well treat this pine while I'm at it too, harden it up. It just makes a better surface for when I go to put a finish on it. And I'm not using a real aggressive sandpaper here, so that's why it's taking a little longer. This is, I forgot what grit it is. It's like 120 or something like that. You can't see it on there no more. But with it being soft pine or pine, softer wood, you don't need an aggressive sandpaper. I use 80 grit most of the time for a lot of different things, just because it's quick and easy. Get things into shape, and you come back with 120 and so forth. I sometimes will go all the way up to 400, 800 grit before I put a finish on something, on wood. Oh, I did get the neck ordered for this. It won't be here till Tuesday. If I'm lucky and the wind's blowing right. But, so I wound up ordering a mahogany neck. It has that Pure Lloyd fret markers in it and stuff like that. 2-way truss rod. Huh? $1,000. Might as well be. Paid a little bit more money for it than what I wanted, because the one I wanted, of course, when I went to order it, was no longer available. So such is life for me. So I hope it'll work out. Anyway, there it is. Got the round over cut into it now. Round over cut into it, tummy cut. Everything looking pretty good. Not bad looking for pine wood, is it, huh? Let's show.
Yep.
Not too bad. I'm pleased with this. It's coming out really nice. As I eyeball it, you see things you missed. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I'll put a little bit of that hardener on here and we'll see what it looks like. Always nice to have a helper. Anyway, is that showing on there? This is that Minwax wood hardener. And it's been sitting for a while, so I'm going to shake it up a little bit here. And a little bit of this stuff goes a long ways. Thing is, the one thing I did learn is to obey what the label says, let it dry for 24 hours. So once I put this on here, this will be it for the day. I just thought maybe you might want to see what it looks like. I always suggest wearing gloves of some kind. This stuff is sticky when it starts to harden up on you. Well, I was reading it. Oh, the thing didn't come off there. Pliers sitting around somewhere.
Pliers.
It's got a little tabby thing in here for some reason. What the heck? That'll work. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be kind of cool. I like that. Is that showing on the camera? And this stuff, well, what it does, it soaks into the pores of the wood. And that line you see right here, that's in the wood. That's not from a glue line, that's in the wood. So it must have been something in the tree when they cut it. So I'm just going to leave it on there for character. I don't know how far down into the wood it goes either, so. It's going to look kind of cool. I like that pine. It came out really good, huh? Like I said, this will soak down into the wood. That's exactly what it's doing. And it'll harden that up. It'll make it a whole lot easier when I put the final finish on it. Oh yeah, it's gonna look really good.
You do say so yourself. Huh?
If I say so myself, that's gonna look really good. Yeah, I've been having the last few days, I've been having a bad time again. I've been a little grumbly again. My wife can attest to it.
Little? Oh well.
Did I say little?
Yes, you did, honey. But you lied. Oh, sorry. Oh well. We grumble together, don't we?
Yep. Yeah, we've had some family health problems going on with our daughter and all kinds of stuff going on too on top of everything. And it seems like that's when my Alzheimer's stuff wants to kick in the worst. Doctors say it's because I overload my brain. When you have Alzheimer's, you're not supposed to do that, but try not to do it. Now watch this transformation.
Oh yeah. Good old poplar.
Now it's not going to hurt it to go ahead and put this hardener on there before I finish the top. So like I said, this stuff soaks down into the wood, so it doesn't sit on top. And I'll defy, you'd have to sand forever to get it all off of there. There it is. So what do you think about that? There we go. That'll be it for today. I will let this sit and dry for 24 hours. And we'll bring you back in when we get more. probably won't make another video now until Tuesday when I get the neck and we carve out or route out for the neck pocket. And then once the neck pocket's routed out, then we can go on to placing the pickups and doing all that stuff, doing the round over on the top. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to carve the top. I'm just going to do a round over like I did on the back. And that should be all right. And if I do anything, I may put a carve on the top here for the armrest. You know, I might do that. I don't know. But anyway, that's it for now. And we'll be talking at you.